And we are live, WSOS 103.9 FM radio here in Northeast Florida, the New Diggs Show. And I'm your host, Bernard Diggs, the voice of real estate, giving you the ins, the outs, the tips, the tricks, everything you need to know to be successful in real estate. Whether you're a real estate agent or you're a homeowner or you're looking to get into real estate, this is a show for you guys. Listen up, listen carefully, and we don't have this type of guest on often, so this is one you actually need. This is not the one that makes you feel tingly inside necessary, but the one you need in your life. You know, like that good grandpa that tells you the truth about how to save money. Kevin Knowles, ladies and gentlemen, not only just an accountant, a master's degree in accounting, but also 20 years veteran. And you know, if you listen to the New Diggs Show, I love our veterans. We love our veterans here. And so we always, if we get a chance to have someone on the show that is a veteran, especially at 20 years, and just so happens to have an accounting degree and mastering that degree, Kevin Knowles. Ladies and gentlemen, now, Kevin, we were talking about in the first segment about different, your niche in this accounting is real estate.
Yes, it is. It's real estate agents and real estate investors.
Which is why we have you on the show, by the way.
Sounds good to me.
So that's good. And in that, real estate agents make a lot of mistakes when it comes to doing their own taxes or what they're eligible for. Because if you look at it like a normal 1099 or let's say normal, but W-2 employee, it's a lot different than 1099. I never even knew why they call it 1099, by the way. Why didn't they just round up to 1100? But anyway, the idea is that it's called 1099, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't make it up. But what are some of the common mistakes in the real estate industry that real estate agents make when it comes to doing their own bookkeeping and taxing and their own accounting?
So like we mentioned in the last segment, we mentioned about with the S-Corps and them having to do reasonable compensation. Most people think, I could pay myself out of my company's pay, or I could just do a W-2 to myself for $100 a week. That's really not what it's about. With reasonable compensation, it's what you're reasonably compensating yourself for the job that you do within the business.
Yeah, that's and now when you got in this industry years ago, you said if you guys missed the first segment, you guys can go to www.newdiggshow.com. Kevin kind of tells his story about how he basically been doing accounting since he was in high school. Yep. Did 20 years in the military, opened up his own business, which if you're interested into not just knowing about the business, but also knowing Kevin and calling him to say, hey, I haven't done my taxes yet. I'm afraid to rip the Band-Aid off, and I'm scared that everyone's going to know my numbers, and I need to save money, but I don't know how to save money. If you're that person, I know you are. I can hear you thinking out there. Kevin, how can I reach you?
So my business is Wind Cove Consulting. You can catch me on the web at WINNCOVE.com. That's WINNCOVE.com. You can also give me a text, give me a call at 888-COVE-TAX or 888-269-3829.
Kevin, we talk about the secret sauce a lot, and we're talking about being you and loving what you do. You seem to love accounting.
Absolutely. It sounds strange, but I really do. I really enjoy it. I enjoy helping people is really what it comes down to. That's why with my tax and accounting business, I've also got into retirement planning as well, because we can't let people go toward the end of their life without their money, and they need that money to survive.
Yeah. And what's your favorite part?
Getting to know people.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, it is. The money's decent. The hours, I make my own hours, but getting to know people and helping them out, meeting new people, even people I would never meet otherwise.
Wow. Getting to know them, saving them money?
Saving them money. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that goes with my job. I love that tax planning aspect of it.
So helping people, saving them money, and it's crazy because isn't that similar to your career in the military, right? Search and rescue, saving people's lives, essentially.
Absolutely. Very similar, yeah.
Yeah, part of the mission, and it sounds like you're still on that mission to continue to do that.
Absolutely. It's been something that I've been wanting to do for years, like we were talking about in the first segment, high school. It really opened my eyes to the numbers game and how I could help people.
See, I love this because I love having people who are passionate about what they do. It's like, I teach my daughters this, and we don't teach enough of this as kids or younger, that, teach people to love what they do. When you find something that you love, stick with it, you become successful at it. And it's amazing that when someone's figured out what they love to do, how much the passion that goes in it. Doesn't matter if I've had title company people, real estate agents, accounting. If you love what you're doing, you'll be successful at it. And success means something different to everyone. In every segment, I always like to ask this question. And ironically, I've never got the same answer. What does success mean to you, Kevin?
I listen to every one of your shows, so I've heard everybody answer it, and it's, anybody can say, oh, I can make goals. I can achieve certain goals, but if you don't make those goals difficult to achieve, you're, in my opinion, not being successful. But my number one success is my family, being there for my wife, being there for my kids. I've got 3 of them. I've been married to my wife since 2004.
Woo!
Yeah. Almost 17 years this year. Met her at my first duty station, Sigonella, Italy.
There you go. Wow, that'll take you back.
Yeah, she lived there her whole life, so it was uprooting her, bringing her stateside. And then, we have 3 kids.
Wow. And that's your definition. That's it.
That's it. Being able to provide. We all say God will provide, but you also have to put your effort in.
You got to put your effort in as well. You got to do your part.
Absolutely.
Love yourself. Love God. Love what you do. That's the secret sauce. And love your accountant. He's there to save you money, people. Listen, if you're looking, I always like to do this because I think it's important that people hear this, because there's so many, we always say give you the tips and tricks, but I think people are so used to the tricks in sales or that kind of stuff that when you actually hear something that would actually save you money, we tend to almost ignore it. It's like we throw it in the bag, like, not important. I got a guy at H&R Block.
Too good to be true, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it's amazing that the real people who are passionate in the industry, like yourself, who actually job is to save people money.
Absolutely.
That's it. That's all you do. Like, hey, I want to save you money. I don't know just by personal experience, because you do my stuff over here at WSOS, but also other agents and real estate agents that you have had to come across, customers of mine even. And so I think it's amazing what you're doing. I think I love that you're doing it with real estate agents and military personnel. And if you're listening out there and you are thinking about either switching accountants and you're thinking about, do I need a guy? You do. You're not passionate about it. Someone taught me this in the military, Kevin. They said, listen, love doing what you do and make a lot of money doing what you do, and then pay other people who love to do what they do. And pay other people to do what they love, because it's always going to come out that much better, that much greater. And I love having you here on the show. I love learning about the tips and the tricks of accounting. I honestly don't know much about accounting.
That's why I do it for you. And
that's why you do it for me. But I know you, and I know you're passionate about it. And I know the one thing about accounting that I think that I want to share with everyone else is the ability to trust.
Absolutely. The ability to trust, just like Bernard said, I do his stuff, and I do other people's stuff that he knows, but they don't know his numbers. It's called confidentiality. I'm bound by it. And even if I wasn't, that's what I want to do. I don't want you to be afraid to tell me what you have going on because you're afraid that your next door neighbor is going to find out.
Yep. And that's it. And I love your definition of success.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I do. And I always say success always depends on the second letter.
You.
Yeah. And it's that simple. And what it is that when you have the right people around you doing what they love, that's what actually makes a team. So it's not just, oh, well, you got the New Digs team or you got this other real estate team. But no, it's all the pieces that make up the team, which helps you to be successful. What helps Kevin be successful is that beautiful wife and those beautiful kids.
Absolutely.
They don't exist without Kevin, and Kevin doesn't exist without them. And that's the pieces. And the New Digs Show doesn't exist without having a good, trustworthy accountant to help hold us up. And the good news is, I always say, love yourself. And today I'm going to focus on the second one. That's love your God. Because God intervenes and he brings people in your path and he brings the voice to your ear at just the right time to give you the message that you need to hear. And today is simple. Love yourself, love God, and love doing what you love to do. And sometimes that's as simple as loving your neighbors. And so if you're out there listening and you need this message and you missed the first, go to www.newdigshow.com. Listen to Kevin. Give him a call. Kevin, one more time before we close out. How can my wonderful, I have thousands of real estate agents as friends. How can they get in touch with you today? Do not waste any more seconds. How can they get in touch with you if they were trying to get in touch with you?
All right, my business is Wincove Consulting. That's wincove.com. WINNCOVE.com. WINNCOVE.com. Or you can call or text me at 888-268-3829 or 888-COVE-TAX.
Or you can go to the New Digs Show. www.newdigshow.com. Listen to our segment. We are live on WSOS 103.9. I am your host, Bernard Diggs of the New Digs Show, the voice of Northeast Florida real estate, helping you with real estate needs, working with real people, real situations, real problems to achieve real dreams. Thank you.